Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all fit and fine and keeping in high spirits. Hope you're all able to make the best of whatever time you have. You're trying to improvise upon yourself every day, focusing on the positives and trying to keep a check on all the negatives, striking a balance in your mind and also in the environment around you. This moment, whatever it is life right now, and let's be happy for it. For all the little things that we can still enjoy. We can breathe, we can talk, express ourselves, we can be with our loved ones, and this too is a great blessing and I'm thankful for it. I've seen there's a great curiosity regarding how the month of May 2020 is going to unfold and what exactly it'll bring, so I've decided to address that issue in brief first. All of you who would like to skip this portion and straight away watch the main content of the log, you can find the time frame in the description box below. And for the rest of you who are repeatedly posting me your concerns, I feel it is very necessary for me to address this concern. So now, during the month of April, which was the universal month 8, April 2020, which was the universal month 8, people were majorly concerned about businesses, finances, economy. There were concerns regarding economic slowdowns, and people were trying to cater to all the basic necessities of life. Those were the more concerning areas. They were trying to bring things in order. They were trying to bring businesses in order. But the month of May is going to be a bit different from that. In the month of May 2020, we might suddenly become aware of certain resources which we might have overlooked earlier. We may look at the past events for some learning experiences, and once we've learned, we will have to decide to move forward towards beginning something new. May could be a kind of a cleansing period when certain ideas or certain things could be coming to an end, or they could be changing or transforming. So we have to keep an open mind. We have to be receptive. With this, we must also not forget the overall essence of the year 2020, where we have two twos powered by zeros reducing to a 4. So people would be dealing with intense emotions, fears, and also sensitivities. They would be reacting and sometimes also overreacting. But by the end of the day, we must never forget this one word: logic. Come what may, stick to logic. Try to balance your emotions. See to the basics of life. See how you could be solving the problems with your common sense, with your methodical approach and logic. And you must also remember to save your resources for the future. You have to be budgeted. You have to save your resources, as well as you have to save collective resources and maintain a very grounded and budgeted approach. That is, for throughout the year you have to do this, and that's really going to save you in 2020. That's really going to save us all in 2020. All of this would also be playing with respect to your personal year and month numbers. So keep a check on those numbers too. At the beginning of every month, I keep on updating all the personal month readings on my FB page. So you can like my FB page and stay connected to your personal month numbers, which would be updated every month. With that, I've also covered the personal year descriptions for you in my annual yearly forecast for 2020 out there, and you can find out which year you're in and plan your time in accordance to that. And if you are very new to numerology and are having difficulties in understanding how to go about it step by step, I have a solution for you too. You must check out my first book for numerology beginners, where I have explained how all of it works in very simple, easy to understand and lucid language. It is going to simplify the entire learning process for you. It is going to give you clarity and understanding. After this, I'm soon planning to release sequels to the same book. So I'm trying to complete the entire learning process and give you more resources. All the relevant links are being provided in the description box below, so do remember to check that. Now let us come to the main topic of the log, something which I'm really wanting to discuss. And the topic is how you can manifest the miracle of 3, 6 and 9 in your life. In one of my previous logs, I had introduced you all to the magical 369 sequence, which is also called the Nikola Tesla code. And then on, many people started asking me, okay, we understood it is definitely a magical sequence, you have proven it. Now how do we use this magical sequence to change our lives? What change is it going to bring in our lives? And I feel, of course, that definitely is a valid question. How would you use it? I have to explain that too. So people came to me asking about how to manifest giant materialistic dreams, how to end up buying the most expensive cars, how to win lotteries, how to get success overnight. And yes, I agree that the magical sequence can definitely lead you to all that. You can achieve all the worldly norms of success, but before that, you have to learn to appreciate the small magical occurrences in your life. Magic is always happening, and the universe is always sending signals. You have to be open to receive them. So to make use of this magical sequence, first you have to understand what magic really is. Is magic going to happen to you if you invalidate magic? And if you continue thinking in the same pattern in which you are thinking right now? You already know the output of this pattern of thoughts which you have. And the output is not going to change into something else unless you shut down the ongoing pattern and change something about it. Change is never easy to perceive because we become habituated with the old patterns and become used to it. We become emotionally attached to our ways and wish to continue with the same. The new idea, the life-changing idea could right there be in front of you right now, and possibly you're unable to see it. You're not seeing it because you're not focusing on it. You're focusing on something else. You're obsessing over something different. So what I say is, if in case you're unable to make something happen in your life, if you're obsessed with something and are unable to achieve it, and then you think you'd find out some shortcut techniques and get it instantly, I don't promise that. That doesn't happen to me, and I cannot suggest you something so that it'll happen to you. I cannot make it happen for you. So everything is going to follow a step-by-step process, a logical sequence. So the first step for you would be to shut down. Become quiet, think over it, focus first on calming your mind. Evaluate your situation, evaluate your goals, and see what can be the best possible next step. You do not need to see the entire picture in front of you. Just play your next ball, because that is all that you have right now. Now let me come to the sequence. The first number in the sequence is 3, and 3 is considered to be a magical number. You might have noticed some of the most famous quotes come in a structure of 3 parts. I came, I saw, I conquered. Blood, sweat, and tears. Then we also have some famous stories like the 3 wise men, the 3 musketeers, and all these come in a structure of 3 parts. Have you ever wondered why? Well, it is because 3 is the smallest number of elements required to create a pattern in your mind. 2 things don't form a pattern, 3 do. So it appears pleasing to you instantly whenever it is used in a speech. So 3 can be considered to be the initiator of a particular pattern of ideas that you wish to manifest in your life. So we can now have some understanding on why Nikola Tesla might have been doing things in the sets of 3. The answer to that could just be a simple numerology trick. So we know 3 forms a pattern. When you add 2 sets of 3s, you strengthen the pattern further and take it to the next level. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 too is a beautiful number of perfection, we know. They say we have five senses, and when we gain control over all these five senses, we initiate the sixth sense. And through the sixth sense, we are able to perceive a completely new reality, a new us. You see, it is so interesting to realize that all the realities exist right here at the same time, and you simply won't know at which point you are transitioning, but your perspectives would simply change. So, after initiating or activating the pattern that you wish to manifest in your life, you have to strengthen it by doing it 3 more times, which makes it 3 plus 3, 6. Then on, you have to close it. You have to close the first circle and enter the next level by doing it 3 more times, which makes it 9. 9 closes your first circle. And once you have repeated the pattern 9 times, the next time when you do it again, it will be the 10th time. And 10 is like a rebirth, like going to the next level. So 10 basically is 1 plus 0 equals 1, which can be called the beginning of a fresh cycle because it is a 1. But although 10 reduces to a 1, it has 10 times the power of 1. So by now, you'd already have amplified the strength of the pattern 10 times, and your horizon would have grown. Like this, if you continue to reinforce the pattern again and again, the influence of the pattern will keep on growing in your life. And the most magical part is, you won't even know when and how it happened, when and how you changed. You see, the universe is communicating with you all the time. It is showing you many signs. Signs are everywhere, not only in repeating number codes, they are everywhere. I could be a sign for you, and you could be a sign for someone else. We're all playing catalysts and changing each other's lives in some way or the other. What if I made your mind change right now? What would be your next step? Whether you agreed with me or you didn't, the fact is, you listened, and something, somewhere, changed.